Hello students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. In today's video, I will be explaining about chapter 7.1, that is Advent of Europeans. Before going into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. So without wasting time, let us get into the video. So today's video, as I have told, is about the Advent of Europeans. Advent of Europeans, chapter 7.1. Okay. So India had great commercial relations with the West from time immemorial. So India always had a great commercial relation with the West, from time immemorial. For a long time, India had a good commercial relation with the West, and there was a great demand for Indian commodities. Okay, Indian commodities were in great demand. Commodities like cotton, spices, etc. were in great demand in European markets. So all these Indian commodities were in great demand in European market. But what happened was, in 1453, Turks captured Constantinople. Turks captured Constantinople and they blocked the trade route. And this led the Europeans to find a new sea route to India. So with the Turks capturing Constantinople and the trade route being blocked, the Europeans, they found a new sea route to India. And as a result of this, many Europeans started coming to India for trade. So who all came to India for trade? That is Portuguese, Dutch, then French, English, all of them came to India for trade. So this is how the advent of Europeans happened after the Turks captured Constantinople. Now let us see about the Portuguese. First we will see about Portuguese. Okay, so Portuguese, they were the first among Europeans to enter India through sea trade. Okay, they were the first to enter India through sea route. Okay, sea route. First among Europeans to enter India through the sea route. And who was the first person to come? Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama, he reached India in 1498. He was a Portuguese. He reached India in 1498 and he was welcomed by the Zamorin, who was the king of Calicut. So Vasco da Gama, he reached Calicut and in India, and there he was welcomed by Zamorin, who was the king of Calicut. Now after Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida, he was the first governor of Portuguese in India. Francisco de Almeida. After Francisco de Almeida, he was succeeded by Alfonso de Albuquerque. Okay, Alfonso de Albuquerque succeeded, that is after him, the next person was Alfonso de Albuquerque. Now what was the speciality of Alfonso de Albuquerque? He conquered Goa. He conquered Goa from the Shahis of Bijapur. Conquered Goa from Shahis, and later this Goa was made their administrative center. Portuguese administrative center was Goa. Okay, so he conquered Goa and Goa became their administrative center. And Portuguese, they established many trading centers in India. Portuguese, they established many trading centers in different places like Goa, Diu, Daman, Bombay, etc. All these places the Portuguese established their trading centers. But what happened was they could not stay for a long time in India. Okay, they could not stay for a long time in India. Why were they not able to stay long time in India? Because they were not able to compete with the Dutch and English. They were not able to compete with the Dutch and the Dutch and English. So Dutch and English were a great competition for the Portuguese, and Portuguese were not able to compete with the Dutch and English. So that is why they were not able to stay for a long time in India. And there were also some other reasons like corrupt and inefficient officers, and some fanatic religious policies, then rise of Marathas. All these were also the causes for the decline of Portuguese power in India. So this was about how the Portuguese came. They established trading centers, but they were not able to stay for a long time because they were not able to compete with the Dutch and English. And there were some other reasons like corrupt officers, religious policy, rise of Marathas. All these led to the decline of Portuguese power in India. So now just let us go through the points regarding Portuguese. Advent of Europeans. India had great commercial relations with the West from time immemorial. There was a great demand for Indian commodities like cotton, pearls, spices, etc. in the European market. The capture of Constantinople by the by the Turks in 1453 led the Europeans to find a new sea route to India. Portuguese, Dutch, English and French came to India for trade. Portuguese. They were the first among the Europeans to enter India through the sea route. Vasco da Gama reached India in 1498. He was welcomed by Zamorin-king of Calicut, Francisco de Almeida, who was the first governor of Portuguese in India. He was succeeded by Alfonso De Albuquerque. He conquered Goa from Shahis of Bijapur in 1510 and made it their administrative center. Portuguese established their trading centers at Goa-Diu-Daman-Bombay, etc. Portuguese could not stay for a long time in India as they were unable to compete with the Dutch and the English. The corrupt and inefficient officers, fanatic religious policy, the rise of Marathas, etc. are important causes for the decline of Portuguese in India. Now the next topic we are going to learn is about the Dutch. Okay, the Dutch. So the Dutch established Dutch East India Company. Okay, Dutch East India Company was established in 1602, and they established their trading centers in different places. The Dutch trading centers were established at places like Machilipatnam, then Nagapatnam, Mahe, Cochin, etc. All these were the places where Dutch established their trading centers, and Pulicat became their capital in India. The Dutch capital in India was Pulicat. They also could not stand for a long time in India because they concentrated more on Southeast Asian islands. The Dutch mainly concentrated on Southeast Asian islands. Okay, that is why they could not stay for long here, and they were unable to compete with the English. One more reason was they were unable to compete with the English. So this was the reason the Dutch could not stay for long in India. So they established the Dutch East India Company in 1602. They established their trading centers at Machilipatnam, Nagapatnam, Mahe, etc. Pulicat was their capital in India. They were not able to stay for longer here because they concentrated more on Southeast Asian islands, and also they were unable to compete with the English. So that was about the Dutch. The next we are going to learn about the French. Okay, the next topic is about the French. The French also established French East India Company. So like the Dutch, they also established French East India Company, and it was established in 1664. And they established their trading centers in different places. Their trading centers were at Pondicherry, Surat, Mahe, etc. These were the places where they established their trading centers. And Pondicherry was their capital in India. Pondicherry was their capital in India. By the time the French arrived in India, the power of the Portuguese and Dutch weakened. So by the time they arrived, the power of Portuguese and the power of Dutch became weak. Okay, it became weakened, and the French and English became competitors. French and English started to compete with each other, and the French governor during that time, Duplessis and Count de Lally, they tried to build French Empire in India. And because of this effort of Duplessis and Count de Lally to establish French Empire in India, what happened later was Anglo-French rivalry. That is the next topic which you will learn in the next video, that is Anglo-French rivalry. So because of the because of the effort of Duplessis and Count de Lally to establish French Empire in India, that led to Anglo-French rivalry. So this is about the French advent of French in India. They established French East India Company. Trading centers were Pondicherry, Surat and Mahe. Pondicherry was their capital, and by the time French came, Portuguese and Dutch power weakened, so French and English were competition with each other. So that is about French. Now last we are going to learn about the English. Okay. So the English, they established British East India Company. British East India Company was established in 1600. Okay, British East India Company was established. The English Navy was superior than the Portuguese and Dutch. The speciality was the English Navy was always superior than the Portuguese and the Dutch. Sir Thomas Roe, he visited the court of Jahangir, which happened in 1615, and he got permission to establish trading centers. Okay, so Sir Thomas Roe, he went to the court of Jahangir in 1615 and he got permission to establish trading centers. And which were their trading centers in India? Their trading centers were Surat, Ahmedabad, Agra, etc. were their English trading centers in India. And they established their trade centers all over the country. Later they established trading centers at Bombay, Madras and Calcutta. So all these places they established trading centers. So first it was established Surat, Ahmedabad, Agra, etc. Later they established their trading centers in Bombay, Madras and Calcutta. And Calcutta became the first capital of English in India. Calcutta became their first capital in India. So these are the points regarding the English. So now let us go through the points. Dutch. They established the Dutch East India Company in 1602 and established their trading centers at Machilipatnam, Nagapatnam, Cochin, Mahi, etc. Pulicat was their capital in India. They could not stand for a long time in India because they concentrated more on Southeast Asian islands. They were unable to compete with the English. French. The French established French East India Company in 1664. They established their trade centers at Pondicherry, Surat, Mahe, etc. Pondicherry was their capital in India. By the time the French arrived in India, the power of the Portuguese and Dutch had weakened. The French and the English competed with each other to establish monopoly on trade. French governors Duplessis and Count de Lally tried to build French empire in India. This led to the Anglo-French rivalry. English. The British East India Company was established in 1600. The English navy was superior than Portuguese and Dutch. Sir Thomas Roe visited the court of Jahangir in 1615 and got permission to establish trade centers. Their early trade centers were Surat, Agra and Broch. They established their trade centers all over the country, later including Bombay, Madras and Calcutta. Calcutta was their first capital in India. So these are the points regarding the advent of Europeans. Now we'll just see some important questions regarding the topic which we have studied just now. So the first question, who was the first Portuguese governor in India? Francisco de Almeida. In which year was the Dutch East India Company established? 1602. Name the capital of the Dutch in India. Pulicat. When was the French East India Company established? 1664. Which was the capital of the French in India? Pondicherry. When was the British East India Company established? 1600. Which was the first capital of the British in India? Calcutta. Who conquered Goa from Adil-Shahis of Bijapur and when? Alfonso De Albuquerque in 1510. Name any trading centers of Portuguese in India. Goa, Bombay. Mention any two causes for the decline of Portuguese power in India. Corrupt and inefficient officers, fanatic religious policy. Name any two trading centers of Dutch in India. Nagapattinam, Mahe. Name any two trading centers of French in India. Pondicherry, Surat. So all these were the important questions regarding the advent of Europeans. So I hope you have understood all the points very clearly. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. And also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. So I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.